How's it going, guys? Hey, quickly want to go over my Robinhood account. Last month we're up 3.5%. We were up about 5%. The last week we've had a pullback, kind of like what it did in June. It kind of jumped up to the high for a while, and then it starts tailing off. But June it dropped straight down. I like that it kind of slowly built up. You can see here on the ramp up, and now it's slowly coming down. And we're in June. It shot up and shot down. That's that spike you see on the far left. Really quick and go over what I'm holding currently, and most of the same stocks. I added a few positions. I'm trying to get back into Pfizer here, but I'm waiting for it to drop back down. It's around 38, almost 39, and so I'll probably do that as soon as it gets down to the mid 30s, hopefully. Real quick here, I was behind on a lot of my options as far as strike price being met, and I kept rolling them out for a few weeks there, and I was able to get ahead. And last week we had mostly red days for the value stocks, even though the growth stocks were up and showing the market being up. Most of the value stocks were down daily, and so that allowed me to. It's very common for them to spike up. So if you're looks like if you're selling options, look like your options are going to be met. You don't necessarily have to buy them back. You don't necessarily have to let them get met. Just try to roll them out. Just see if financially you can do it, where you're not spending a lot of money and you're not going in the hole to do so. And what you do is you push them out a week or 2 weeks and try to move that strike price up. So if your strike price was at $30 and you roll it out for 2 weeks up to 31, and it's closer to the strike price is where it was at, you're gaining $100 in value you're going to bring back. A lot of times you'll be able to collect some extra premium as well. And then a lot of times they'll spike up and they'll just kind of slowly come back down, and your strike price will be pushed out. But I try to do it in the weekly if I can. 2 weeks, usually the most. Occasionally I will go farther out. Usually that's never worked out for me when I push it out a month or so. But so basically they all expired this week, and so I'm just down to 3 options roll out. One, I have an EVRI option, which I shouldn't have done. This was one that was behind, and I pushed it out. The good news is I pushed it out to a way higher strike price of $10 for a $7 stock. I did collect premium, but I pushed it out 3 months. But if I would have just left it alone, again, it would have expired worthless, and I would have been able to collect that $50 a month on a $7, basically a $750 or even less than that, a $700 investment. Would have been collect that $50 a month. But not the end of the world. Hopefully EVRI, if it drops down enough, I'll buy that back and resell it as a monthly instead of as far out as I have it out in December. But it is only at 740 or 730. I'll show it to you. And then Dow, I rolled out 2 weeks. And Dow's currently at 43.59, so that expires on Friday. Hopefully I'll be able to roll out of that one. And so, but real quick, we'll go over these real fast. I'm just going to flash through them. That way you guys you can see more than just the sign. You can see the name of the stock and everything as I go through these. So I have 2 positions of KeyBank, very good dividend stock. And I heard a few people talking about KeyBank, how they're down on KeyBank. I bought KeyBank at the 1207 price, and I sell the weekly option on it. So I'm not really complaining about KeyBank because I didn't have it at the $20 or the $20 and $19 price. It was, let's see where it was at before the pandemic. Yeah, it was 1929. See, I bought it way down at $12. And I collect that dividend and I sell that premium every week. Sometimes I'll push it out 2 weeks. So if my strike price looks like it'll be met at the right, I don't want to sell necessarily the $12.50. I want to sell the $13. Try to keep my stocks. Next one, AT&T at 2 positions. I'm really thinking about buying more AT&T. AT&T is usually I know it's not a big mover, but man, it was at almost $40, and kind of surprised it's not going back up near that $40 price. It's got that great 7% dividend. I'm in 2 positions here in my Robinhood. Agency, I just own 1 position at 1346 buy price. purchase price. Geo Group, very good dividend stock. Let's see here, what information do we have here? It's around 10%, I believe, maybe a little bit. Robinhood's off, obviously, it always is. It's around 10%, I believe. And I bought it at 11.16, and it's down. And it's more of a bank stock. Dow Chemical, one position here. About 41.24. Now it's kind of been a while since I bought this, but it pays around a 6% dividend. I want to say somewhere around there. Yeah, 6.4. Very, very good weekly option stock. Lots of premium on Dow. You know, literally $30-$40 a week selling it. Let's look. So right now Dow's at 43.59. I'd probably sell the 44.50. Let's see, it takes a while here to populate. I'd probably sell the 44.50. Let's see what the 44.50 is paying. The 44.50, I do have it at 44.50. It's paying $34. So I might actually sell the 45. I really try to keep it in the 80% chance of max profit rather than in the 70s. So I'd probably take that $21 for the week, times that by 52, and you get around a little over $1,000. That's a 25% return. Selling premium, 25% return. Selling premium plus the stock growth, plus the dividend. Man, that's a big return. That's a big return. That's like a 35% return on Dow. So I really try to stay out of the money. Again, stay out of the money and collect that weekly premium. Go back here. Take a second there. AIG was at $32. Just recently, I'll show it to you real fast here, man. It shot up and now it's coming back down. And it's an insurance stock, obviously, and very good. 4.5% dividend. Very good weekly premium stock as well. Coca-Cola. This is a recent. When I lost my Pfizer stock, I rolled into a Coke stock here and a Kraft. I'm gonna get some Pfizer soon. Definitely on my buy list. But a very good weekly option stock and a very good dividend stock. Alterra Group, two positions here. That was also one of my recent purchases. I think when I rolled out of TNA, I didn't purchase back the wheel on TNA for on here. I do have some on my Charles Schwab. But Alterra Group, about a 7% dividend, I believe. Very good weekly option stock. MetLife, one position here. Obviously an insurance stock. That's about right, about 4.5% dividend. Kraft, again, is a new one because of I rolled out of my Pfizer. I'm waiting for Pfizer to come back down. Yeah, about 4.5%, and very good weekly option stock. Main Street Capital, not an option stock, but I do collect. I got it around $24. It was at $33 when the dividends were higher. I mean, when the dividend stocks were higher, but I do collect that $20.50 a month on my investment. So around 10%. Actually, it's more. It's about. Let's see, it's about 10% of my investment. So it's about a 7% dividend stock. CBS Viacom. Good options, weekly options stock. I bought it at $17.54. That was a smart move for me. I saw that one. I knew it was because of sports that CBS Viacom was going to be down, and it's a dividend stock as well. I do sell quite a bit of weekly options on both my Charles Schwab and here. BP, I just have one position. Obviously, I'm down on it. I thought about adding more. They dropped their dividend in half, which is no surprise. I mean, how long are they going to be able to pay a 10% dividend for? I think it was already priced in, but most of the energy stocks have been down this week. HPQ, one position, and I do sell the weekly option on this, and it does pay about a 5% dividend, I believe. Nope, 4, just under 4. EPD, this stock, I watch Jenny Harrington a lot. I really like her. I like her demeanor, as well as I like her attitude. And she is a dividend stock guru, and she's on Halftime Report a lot on MSNBC. So on my days off, I watch her on the Halftime Report, and this is definitely one of her buys. I believe it's close to a 10% dividend. As you can see, that EPD is kind of down from its high since which is right here, almost $22. She's definitely one of her buys, and I actually am looking to buy EPD in my Charles Schwab account, and I think I might to get a full 4 positions, and 2 here and 2 in my Charles Schwab. I'm doing the same with Kinder Morgan as well. And here's Kinder Morgan. I just added a position here in my Robinhood account, and again another well-paying. And like she said, these aren't necessarily energy stocks, but they do move with energy stocks, which is sometimes a good thing. And definitely a good time to purchase EPD and Kinder Morgan. And look at that huge. And these are weekly option stocks. Man, it gets no better than that. A 9% dividend on a weekly option stock for me. That's like, man, that's it. As good as it's going to get. A Region Finance, this is a weekly option stock. I believe, no, I think it's a monthly. And I have 1 position. It's a monthly. It's a financial stock, obviously. Oh, well, then, again, I remember talking about this a few weeks ago. That now it's at $12. They named the new CEO. So here I am. I was in a hurry to go buy it. Oh, yeah, I was going to wait for it to drop down below $12. I got it at $11.12, and now it's at $9.79. I knew it was going to drop back down. It's just, it went up to like $12.50. But it is a very good, it's a weekly option stock and a very good dividend stock. HPE, this is a new position for me, HPE, and it is a weekly option and a dividend stock. First Horizon, this is an insurance stock. I own 2 positions. I might look to add another position. I'm trying to remember if it's a monthly option. I will pick up the monthly options if they have high dividends. So yeah, Plains America is a weekly. This is a pipeline, obviously. It says it right there. And I own 2 positions. I'm obviously down on it, but I do sell those options. Redwood Trust, I have 1 position here. I'm down on a little bit. No, I'm up just a little bit. Who knew? But yeah, it's a very good dividend stock. I do sell the monthly option on Redwood Trust. I try not to do it early in the month. I try to do it mid-month, or at least after the first week, and try to get an idea where stock I feel like it's going. Valley, I have 1 position. Valley is the bank, obviously. GE, I'm probably going to add to my GE. This is a weekly option stock. People aren't really high on GE. I remember 20 years ago, man, GE was the stock. They considered it like a mutual fund because it did so many things, and they're in so many different industries. And somehow they guess too much debt. But it is a weekly option stock. It does have pretty good analyst ratings on it. Not horrible. High uncertainty. I usually sell these when the stocks get down to around $6 or so. I usually sell, or under 10. I usually sell the 2-week. So I don't want to sell the 650 because let's look here. So I don't want to sell the 650 because it's a good chance that's going to get met, even though it pays 7 cents. So I'll go to the next week. I'll try to sell that $7. And actually, with this, it's kind of been down for the last week. So I'll wait for a green day and probably sell the 2-week, and it'll probably be closer to that $7, probably in the 650 range, and that'll go up to around maybe $8. But I mean, it's a $6 stock, and so You go, well, it's only $8. Yeah, but I do that every other week or every week, and constantly collecting premium, and I haven't been able to do that this much in the last week because of so many of my stocks were below the strike price. I had to roll them out, and so I didn't collect as much premium, and I don't have as much TNA as I did. TNA wheels, I'm only running 2 TNA wheels instead of 4 or 5, so my premium has been down, but I'm looking to find ways to increase that by adding maybe another TNA wheel or 2. But so GE, I'm possibly looking to add another position. Again, it's only at the $6 price range, so isn't a lot of money. ET, I'm collecting a huge dividend on ET last week, almost $500 for my positions. I'm probably looking to move out of some ET, and honestly, this might be the time. I might actually roll out of 3 positions of ET and grab a position of EPD. That would get me there, and it's really hard for me to walk away from that 17%, 18% dividend, and they're paying it. They paid it last week, but like Jenny Harrington said, what's going to happen with ET is they're not going to cut their dividend to 0. They're just going to cut it down to 10%. So, and that's probably going to happen in the future, and probably the near future if the stock remains around this price. So what they'll do is they'll drop it down from 30 cents to 20 cents a quarter, and so, because obviously it's what they do. I mean, they're making money. You look right here at ET, and they're still in the green. Obviously, but how much dividend they paid, they're obviously losing money at that point. So this is probably a good time. EPT's down, ET's down. I guess this is probably going to do that on Monday, actually. It's a good time to try to get out of a few positions of ET. I'll probably actually maybe even sell 5 positions and see if I can pick up some other high dividend stocks, because I think that's going to happen before the next it'll happen right before the next dividend payout. EVRI, this is an interesting one. This is a lesson for me and for everybody else, and I know this lesson, but I keep having to learn the hard way. So I bought EVRI around $5.75 not that long ago, maybe 3 weeks, okay? And EVRI has just been going nuts. You can just see here, EVRI, boom. And so I was really concerned EVRI is going to hit my strike price, so I rolled it out to the $10 in December strike price. Okay, and I collected more premium. I did collect, an extra, $40, $50 total, for my 3 positions, and then I got my strike price up to $10. But guess what? EVRI leveled off, and then it would not have hit my strike price, and I would have been able to sell the monthly, as you can see here, how much the monthly pays. So it would have been the $10 mark. I wouldn't have sold the $7.50, but I would have sold the 10 for $15. So in the end, it's not that much difference, but I'd rather be in that one deviation over as far as the next date. And so I sold way out to here, December, and I got, and it bumped from, it was higher than that. It was like $1.20. So EVRIs came down, but if it comes down more, I'll probably roll it out. And so what I'll do is I'll roll it back. And so what I'll do is, so right there you can see, as the stock price drops, they get closer together. And so I'd probably roll it to October and try to roll it down to the $7.50. So if it dropped down to, say, EVRI dropped down to $6.50, I'd roll it down from December to October, and then I'd roll it down to the $7.50 strike price, and I would get my try to get closer to letting the option expire, is what the idea is. If my options don't expire, I don't make any money. That's how it works. Got to make my options expire, and so just finding ways to do so. is the key. So again, that's the key. Options got to expire for me to make money. So real quick here, and what else I'm holding? I am adding a Jenny Harrington recommended CenturyLink with that 9% dividend. So I'm looking to purchase a position of CenturyLink and sell those weekly options on it. Nokia, I had a couple positions in Nokia. They got, it just didn't make any sense for me to roll it over. It was paying less for the rollover than it was for the expiration. So I let it go. Cleveland Clips, the same thing. I let them go. I'm looking to get back into them as they drop here. Thinking about adding a position of Xerox. Not sure. Probably not, actually. Probably looking at Kinder Morgan or something else. GoGo is a stock I'm looking at. It's just a $3 phone stock of some sort. But that's it for now. I hope that helps you guys. I'll update here in the future. Okay, guys. Take care.